Alrighty, good afternoon everyone, good Saturday. It's been a good week. Not a great week, but it's been good. And so we'll take it. Not a whole ton has happened. Obviously this came out late again, but that's just because I have been busy. I have been so busy with all the things. You know, this is getting towards the end of my second to last semester, looking for jobs, doing stuff for work. I think I've talked about this before, we're rolling out this huge video series. So I've been the one editing and cutting and preparing for all that. But it's been good. So here it is. It's a little late, but we're gonna get back on the regular weekly schedule posting eventually. So just kind of bear with me while we do that. Really not a lot of deep stuff to talk about this week, but there was one thing I did want to bring up, which is kind of this interesting experience I had with ways of learning, I guess is the best way to put it, where in the past I have struggled to learn something in particular, specifically coding. And in fact, I had a nervous breakdown. It was my second degree path originally, which is why it's taken me so long to finish school. And that kind of killed my coding career. It was my first Python class. I couldn't quite cut it. But then about a year ago, 6 months ago, I had to do a class with R, the coding language, for my statistics class. And I picked that up really easily just because I had a different teacher and different deadlines, and they taught it in simpler terms so I could understand it. And that helped me a lot. And because of that class, I now use it often. I just found a new way to use it for work with market research that I hadn't experienced before. If you're interested in learning what that is, you can go to LinkedIn/Tyler Kreiling and look me up, and it's there if you want to read that. But the point is, I struggled with it before, and I struggled with it because the way that I was being taught Python was not what helped register in my brain. And so I didn't learn it. But then when I went back and looked at it for data analysis purposes, which is what I was doing recently, and statistics, it made so much more sense. So nothing really too deep or interesting about that, just kind of a quick little point to add there of, if you're struggling with something and you want to learn it, maybe you're trying to learn it the wrong way. And it might be worthwhile to look at other methods for learning that, whether it be a different context like I was learning in, or a different teaching style. Maybe you respond better to like e-courses than you do to a lecture. But just because you can't learn it one way doesn't mean you can't learn it, I guess, is the important message here. And don't let people tell you that you can't learn it because you aren't learning it the way that they learned it, if that makes sense. Don't let someone say, oh, you have to learn it this way, otherwise you'll never learn, because it's just not true. There's going to be a short video that comes out next week talking about that, or something connected to that when it comes to self-help, that might be interesting to you guys. It's going to be short. It's coming from that Reddit response video that I did last week, so go check that out if you want to hear more about my thoughts on that. But don't give up on learning. You know, I never would have gone back and looked at this if I hadn't taken the class that required me to learn to code. So don't give up, and sometimes it takes a different route to learn something than you're used to. That's it for this week. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys, and happy holidays. I don't know what my schedule is going to look like from now through the end of the year, but I'm going to try to stick up with that once a week schedule. So